Is this thing on? It's on. Alright. There I am. Cool. $2,200 kilobytes per second? Wow, that's low quality. How do I go to the link for the stream? Hello, fam. I need to open up chat. I don't see you if you're here. Why does that take you to your Google Plus page? Who the fuck uses Google Plus? Your channel. Viewing as a subscriber. Ah, here we are. Hello. Hello, everybody. Alright, I gotta let everybody know that the stream has started. This window. Okay, cool. Snide, honest, and accurate remarks. Do you mean in the intros, or do you mean in like terms of Dota? I'm playing the old Dota. See, if I move around a lot, is it laggy? Oh, it's kind of laggy. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, everybody. Oh, what's that? You noticed my almost 7.2k MMR? Wow. Thanks for noticing. That's a weird thing for somebody in the audience to notice. It's not like I just want everybody to look at my MMR or anything like that. It's just something that somebody in the audience noticed. Server crashing script and you're double down. I had that actually. I didn't double down, but my teammate Husky, he did double down, and somebody crashed the game. Really sucks. We were doing very well in the game. Like it was a good game. We were winning. I had Boots of Travel on Batrider in like I don't know, 8 minutes, 7 minutes, something like that. Like it was a really fast bots. I had bots bottle. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. I got that at Walmart. What the fuck? I'm not getting these angles here. There it is. Look at that. I gashed myself open at Walmart. I should sue them. My Brew GPM. Let me look. 903. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a good... Look at the XP per minute. Damn, I have 1,004 XPM on Invoker? What? I don't think I could do that these days. I'm not good at Invoker. Let me see. Highest GPM. Alchemist. I'm so shit at Alch. Wow. What? Really? 17 win streak with Bristle? Wow, I should look at this more often. Oh my god. Donnie's dead. He died. Okay. So let's get into this. I'm hoping that I don't disconnect when I try to download these replays. If I do, I can just download them all at the start and turn the stream off for a second, and then I can come back. Let me see. So 20. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. People are still abusing that shit. Oh, what's wrong with people, man? What is the point in gaining MMR if it's not like legitimate? I don't understand. Okay, so here we have a replay. Let's see. Candy flip. I don't remember if we did these ones last time. Okay, well, we'll do this one first. So in this one, one second, let me see if I can download it first. This might disconnect me. We'll see. Praying to the Lord Gaben. It looks like since I'm streaming at less kilobytes per second, I probably won't disconnect. Nice, cool. Okay, so in this game we have. I'm gonna move this over here. In this game we have our boy Hiruma47. He says, I tried that axe trick you showed of dragging the first wave to the second wave and it was the bomb. I just want to know what to do after my first death. Another support rotated bot. Do I keep going? Do I go back to lane? Do I jungle? Love you guys. Thank you. I had fun in this one. Never knew one trick could completely ruin the other team's game. Absolutely. Absolutely. I think a lot of people don't realize that about Dota, is that one single like really broken tactic can just break open a game, and people always make the excuse that like people think that they can just like outskill without using gimmicks and using tactics. But if you look at all the pro players, they're all abusing gimmicks. They're all abusing like these tactics. So if you're not, you're gonna get left behind the curve, you know. All right, so let's. I'm gonna turn the sound okay, it's off. I'll turn it a little bit on here. Let me know if the audio sounds like shit or anything like that. Okay, so here we have our boy on Axe, and he wants to see what do we do after we die. Now, one sec. I gotta change my audio settings a little bit on my computer. Why is it if you search on Windows for sound recorder comes up and then sound comes up? It's an exact match. What the fuck? Anyway. So this double stout thing is not possible anymore, unfortunately. But I do believe that cutting will still be reasonably good. I think depending on the game, you might want to just play the lane. Double cutting, like doing this double cutting stuff where you stack the first wave is a lot harder now because you don't have the double stout. But you could go 2 salves. You could also go 2 salves, and I think cutting would probably be good. So you cut the first wave, hit it walking up the hill, and then you drag it to the second. Okay, so yeah, this is fine, kind of fine. So the first thing that I would say here is that you need to abuse distance a little bit more. So if you look here, there's this area which this guy can retreat to, and also there's this tree area over here that he can retreat to. And then there's this tower, and then there's this tower and this high ground. So if he's on this side, you want to run over here, so that way he has to run through you to get up here, which means he'll take a lot of spin damage, or he runs all the way back and you can chase him, and all you do is you run next to him spinning. And because your Axe, and this is, I think this is bugged, but Axe is faster than Disruptor. So if you just run next to him, you're actually going to do more damage than him. You don't want to just sit here and let him hit you. You want to make sure that you run to here, because then he has to run all the way over here, and then you can chase him. And then he chases you, and you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If he's good, he might run around up to this high ground, and then you do the same thing running over here. And that way, you're just not going to die. There's no way that he should kill you doing this. He should get killed. And he's going to maybe deny a couple of creeps on you, and that's fine. Okay, so this is where you made a big mistake, I would say. So you don't want to. There's absolutely no reason that you have to give him a chance to get the battle hunger dispelled. Like, the battle of regen here is really important, and it's very easy to win 100% of the time against a single support. 100. And what you just need to do is wait until you've killed all the creeps and then battle hunger him. Because look at the timer. There's 10 seconds left until another creep wave spawns. This is a 12-second duration, and it's going to take you like 5 seconds to kill the next creep wave. So if you just wait until these creeps are dead, you will get a full duration battle hunger on him guaranteed. So you missed out on, let's see, 16. So more than 100 damage, like 140 damage, something like that on this guy. And then also because it slows by 12% and gives you 12%, you get hits on him for free as well. So you missed out on a lot of damage by getting this denied. And once again, the reason I tell you this is because this is a 100% thing. It's not a skill thing. It's you literally just wait and do it after, and then this doesn't happen. These denies don't matter. These denies literally do not matter. I don't give a single fuck. That's the reason why you doubled up the wave, is so you're level 2 right now. But you have a 15-second cooldown on this thing now, because you messed this up a little bit. So now he's winning the regen battle. So you run up to the high ground, you hit him. Trading with him here is fine. But you can see that you're still a little bit low. Because you're once again, here's where you run all the way over here, and then you battle hunger him. You battle hunger him as he's running away, and that way you'll get a bunch of hits on him, and because he'll be so low, he won't be able to turn around and deny shit. And if he does turn around and deny shit, he's gonna die to your spins. Okay, so you kill him. Cool. Okay, so if I were you, what I would do is I would probably kill myself at this point. I don't think it's necessary. I personally believe, well, it's not a belief. You did fuck this up. You did fuck this up. By losing that first battle hunger and then also not dragging it this way, you're missing out on a lot of damage. You're taking way too much damage. So, like, you just do that next time, you don't even have to die. But in a situation like this, if you are ever low HP and you just killed somebody and they're dead, you just kill yourself to this tower because they don't get XP while you're dead. So you just kill yourself and then get back into cutting position again. Very, very simple. But the 2 tips that I gave you, which is to just run this way and make sure that there's a greater distance that he has to run, and then you run next to him and keep spinning. You do that, and then also you don't get the you wait until the creeps are dead before you use the battle hunger. You don't need to die here. Like, this guy should be stuck at level 1 and never be able to kill you. He should be fucked. You should never get low HP. And then at this point, you should be able to send out your... Also, don't go for Tranquil Boots. Never go for Tranquil Boots. You go for Phase Boots or Brown Boots. Tranquil Boots aren't good on this hero. You really need... You either need armor or you need regen to continue this cutting shit. Like, what you want to get is you want to get your Phase Boots because it gives you armor, and then send out some tangos with it. Or you want to get a Ring of Health, because that allows you to keep sustaining this this cutting that's happening. So, yeah, you definitely don't want to go Tranquil Boots. It's way less efficient than going for Phase Boots. Like, if you enter back into the lane with Phase Boots or a Ring of Health, it's impossible for them to contest you. You want to give yourself like the biggest influx of like strength for the lowest cost in the early game. Tranquil Boots are like some pussy ass support item. They don't make you stronger. Okay, this is good. All right, you're going for Phase Boots. Good shit. That's fine. And then you get into cutting position. And I would have bought out before you died. Just buy out so you can have like more tangos. Yeah, so whenever you get back into cutting position, you can like play the lane a little bit, especially because it's a Spectre, so this here's really weak. And you just spin down the wave, and then you go get into cutting position after you push this wave. Where's your support at? Generally, when you enter back into the lane, you can be like, hey, I'm going to play the lane for a bit. Come down and play the lane with me. And then you cut, and then he leaves. Like, it would be really nice for him to come here, maybe kill the Spectre or the Destructor with you, and then you leave. You cut, and then he leaves. Some situation like that would be really good for you. Anyway, that's kind of enough stuff. I would not focus on any more than that. You're not going to... It's hard to assimilate, like, shitloads of information into your gameplay. You can't just, add a million things all at once. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So, Kanye Northeast says, funniest game I have ever been in. Is TB dead? Kind of. So, I don't necessarily know what that means. We'll see. But if this is a winning replay, I'm going to shit on you. So, who are we? Yo, what up, Henry? What up, Henry? Yo, dude, I got I got the site all ready to go. I gotta hook you up with an account tonight for the coaching site. I gotta hook you up. It's good to go. It's ugly, but it's good to go. All right, who are we in this game? Yo, Kanye, are you in chat? Are you here, Kanye? Donnie is busy tonight. He's got like a wedding or something like that. I don't remember. I never remember. Do we got any Kanyes in chat? Let me know which hero you are. Oh, here he is. I'm pretty sure this is him. Alright, this might disconnect me. I hope it doesn't, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. See how lucky I get. There we are. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is Kanye. I remember this. Also, that is literally Kanye. That is literally Kanye right there. That's Kanye West. So, okay, that's definitely him. That's definitely him. So you submitted a winning replay. I'm gonna shit on your dick. Excuse me, sir. You are a bounty hunter. What are you gonna use this clarity for? What does this clarity do for you? Good sir, Kanye. Henry thinks I should stream on YouTube. Is he right? Is he wrong? Would more people watch like actual Dota than replay review? Also, I do feel like I love the YouTube like scheduling thing. I like that I can see like Raw Dota has a stream scheduled. That's awesome. That's really convenient. People love that. Okay, dude. So I also gotta say, this is a severe lack of regen. So you went for this like Stout Shield Janata first trading build, but you only have 2 Tangos and an Iron Branch. This is a scary lack of regen. Good lord, that's a magic wand first. What is this? What is this? That's not Kunkka as well, but anyway. Yeah, you definitely don't have enough regen. I don't know if you're a core or if you're a support or what, but sell this clarity. Fuck this mango if it means that you... I think you're a support, right? Because otherwise you'd have more regen. Yeah, this guy bought a wand in Tango, so you're a support. But even still, like, you don't need these items. You just need a regen. This hero uses virtually 0 mana. Like, you're just using Shadow Walk and Janata in the lane, and barely even using Shadow Walk. You're basically a Janata in the lane. If you're going for this trading build. If you go for Orb of Venom, then you're like a roaming sort of hero. What MMR is this? Let me see. This is Legend. So, yeah, this is a... If you win this lane, it's because the enemy team is just dumb. Like, they should definitely... They should definitely beat you guys based on how much regen you have. Like, this is a pathetic amount of regen. Lanes are all about regen. Pulling them off the runes. Okay, what just happened? What just happened? Okay, so this is a positioning issue. It's not worth getting an extra hit on him to lose the bounty rune. If you just don't chase him around the trees and he runs for this, you can just body block him here. He'll never get to this. Like, he actually made a mistake going for that. This guy's a moron. No way he should get that bounty rune. Bounty runes are worth 200 gold at this point. 200 gold. 0 seconds into the game, 200 gold. No way you should lose a bounty rune there. That is 100% a positioning thing. And then this Disruptor even snipes this one from this guy. So what you could have done is this Wind Ranger could have chilled here and got this from the Disruptor, or at the very least done a lot of damage to him. And then you body block this guy and get this one. So I don't see that as like a mechanical issue. I see that as a, you need to assimilate the idea that bounty runes are incredibly important into your brain to play Dota. Like, you need to there's no amount of thinking bounties are too good. Like, if you think bounties are God's gift, Gaben's gift to Dota, like, you are correct. You know, like there's never too much. The entire game is played around bounties right now. People fight around bounties. People smoke to the aggressive bounties. Like, every single thing in Dota is determined by bounties. Good mids contest bounties. Like, you can't just give bounties up to get one extra hit on a guy. Like, you wanna think that that's way more important. Will I be going to TI9? No way. No way. I'm China, man. I can't afford that. Alright. So my next piece of advice is don't ever disconnect from games. What you want to do is you type in whatever the message that says that you abandoned, and then you disconnect. That way you can get the enemy team to possibly abandon. I'm just kidding. That also just wouldn't work. I'm just giving you like a laning phase review, by the way, because you didn't really specify. So we'll look at the laning phase. Hit. Nice. Checking to see if he's gonna pull. He's not pulling. Creep wave is shoving in. I would pull the camp right now. Pull the medium camp, or sorry, the hard camp. I would be shocked if you kill this guy. Also, if you're playing the lane like this, a lot of people will go second point shuriken toss because you haven't used the invis at all. You just don't use the invis. Would I recommend you buy adult diapers? Walmart has a really good deal on adult diapers. Okay, here's a problem too. Who the heck blocked this? Who blocked this? You definitely don't block this camp when you're playing an aggressive dual lane. If they just stacked the easy camp and pulled it, you guys would get dumpstered in this lane. Like, they would actually destroy you. This guy would just farm under tower with regen, which he should have more of and not start with Quelling Blade. And then the Disruptor would get huge. He'd get level 2 of the Thunderstrike. And then you'd both be fucked. Once again, it's like, if these guys are just better players, they're going to dome you. Like, sure, you guys won this game, right? But if you play this exact same way, and these guys just do the right things, that's a game that you're going to lose in your bracket that's keeping you in your bracket. You know what I mean? I mean that with respect. I mean that with love. It's like, sometimes in your bracket, people will do what immortal players are doing. Like, occasionally. And those are the people that are going to rank up. Or maybe they just have it right for, like, a specific hero. Or they have it right for that specific game. But if these guys just bought more regen, and this guy single or double stacked this, and then pulled it, you guys get fucking destroyed in this game. And then you don't recover, and then you lose. And then you get stuck at an MMR because you're being positively rewarded for doing incorrect things because these guys are playing incorrectly as well. God tier hairdo. Which shampoo do I use? Whatever's on sale at Walmart, my man. Whatever's on sale. You know, I do make sure to thoroughly wash my hair though. Like, I get in there. I massage the scalp. I'd like to think that that's got an effect on, you know, what's going on up here. But anyway, yeah, I really do think that you guys are playing this lane incorrectly, and that the enemy team is just playing it more incorrectly, and that's why you're. Let's see, are you even winning? I mean, you probably are, but not really by that much, and you could be dumpstering them even harder. Honestly, if you're gonna block something, you should block this camp. Because you're a bounty hunter. If they don't have a sentry for the lane, then that's pretty... Like, anytime you have an invis hero, blocking the easy camp is great. Because then they have to buy 2 sentries. And then that kind of fucks them over. And then that still means you only have to deward 1 sentry in the lane. In the lane. Which is really good. I honestly think you're being kind of useless here on BH. You're kind of like standing around and soaking from the Windranger. Like what this guy did, I mean, he did it because he's getting fucked in this lane. Like, he can't do anything. But what he did, and he's also ganking a Timbersaw, which is just absolutely terrible and will do nothing. But what you could do is, like, you could go grab this rune bot at every 2-minute mark. You just go and check the rune. And you could possibly gank mid with like, let's say you get a DD or you get an arcane, you can use your invis to harass people because it applies a little bit of a slow. Like there's just opportunities by, you know, running to this rune. You guys really fucked yourselves too by blocking this camp. That really hurt you. Like you could have way more experience and to have denied them way more experience. But once again, they're playing really badly, so you guys are still doing fine in this lane. Like no, literally nobody's laning here. Nobody's laning here because they just didn't buy regen either. I am currently 7.2k MMR, or just about. Just about that. I want to get 8k though. I'm not going to be happy until I'm 8k. So now this guy's got level 2, and you can see what I mean by if they were just better players, you guys would be dumpstered here. Like, he'd be totally fucked. He just has level 2 Thunderstrike, and your 2 heroes that are pretty good against, like, physical damage. Magic damage, this guy. Magic damage, this guy. They destroy you. If they're just better, and they play better, and they just pull this guy hasn't pulled once. He's just playing really bad. He hasn't pulled a single time. And I think you guys could get dumpstered in this lane. You also just have this last pick Timber Saw against like 0 timber counters. So there's no way to lose this game. This seems kind of like a free win to me. And the only reason I'm being harsh is because, number one, I want you to actually get better. I don't care, like... I really don't care about how people feel after coaching. I'm more of that opinion now, where... This game is too competitive to have feelings. This game is way too competitive to be like, to stroke somebody's ego. Like, oh yeah, you played so well in this game. No, you didn't play well. I want you to get better. I want you to be ancient the next time you submit a replay, you know? I actually want you to go there. I'm telling you the shit that if I were looking at my own game, this is the stuff that I would look at. So, you know, don't take it too personally. It's just, I really do want you guys to get better, if possible. I mean, I assume that's why you're submitting replays. Anyway, yeah, this game is free. Like, you guys have a Timber Saw who is completely uncountered. There's nothing they can do to kill him. You don't even need to do well in the other lanes. You literally don't. Like, Timber will just win this game. Look at this fucking guy. How can they deal with him? What do you do to get a replay review? We have a Patreon, patreon.com/Dota Alchemy, and it's one of the perks / goals on there, or whatever you want to call it. So if you want to support your boys and, you know, pay for ramen, which we do appreciate, and then also get your replays reviewed, that'd be the place to go. That'd be legit. Yeah, this guy is such a free game. There's no way you guys lose this. No fucking way. It's impossible. There's no way. You literally have nobody in this lane. Nobody is in any lane because you have a Timber Saw on your team. This is such an easy game. Alright, I'm out of here. this is just a stomp. You guys just last pick Timber. There's not much to it. Let me see. I'm assuming you didn't even last pick Timber. They just picked some stupid shit. Yeah, you 8th pick Timber. So this guy had the counter pick. What is this? Oh, does that mean random? What does that mean? Yeah, you 8th pick Timber. Then this guy picked. What mode was this? All pick? Yeah, you 8th pick Timber. It should be like super countered. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not how it works, right? I thought last pick got 1 pick. Anyway, this guy picked PA into Timber. Like, he picked PA mid. You should just have some, like, Monkey King or, let's see. Bat Rider. Oh my god, if he got Bat Rider, he'd be fucked. So fucked. There's a lot of good heroes against Timber. Ursa is pretty good. Viper would destroy. Monkey King. I don't know if I said that already. I think I did. Anyway, yeah, you guys had a free game. And once again, the picks aren't even good. Like, this guy shouldn't have picked Timber. That's, like, asking for it. That's really asking to get countered. That was a super ballsy Timber pick. And this guy just was an idiot, so. Alright. Let's go next. So this next one is here. I'll load it up first. Oops. Why don't I run out of space on my PC? So this next one is from our boy Candy Flip, and I hope my computer doesn't disconnect during this. But he says played as Warlock, had a pretty great early and mid game, but after 30 minutes we could not finish it, even though we had a massive lead. Our carry was not very cooperative. Was there anything else that I could have done to win the game? All right, so we'll look at the latter 30 minutes and see what the problem is. Eternal Envy mode. I've been playing with E a lot lately. He's good fun. He's good fun to play with. Tries really hard. Hey, thanks Antonio. Thanks Antonio. Yeah, usually Donnie's here with me, but he is away tonight. He had to leave. I think DK is too OP. No, I don't. I think DK is a relatively mediocre hero. It's okay. It's an okay hero. So what was Candy Flip playing? Okay, he's playing Warlock. We'll look at like 30 plus minutes. So the thing with this hero is if you're playing position 5 Warlock, your job is basically just to sit behind your team and press your ultimate and to ward. That's kind of your life. All of your other shit doesn't really matter. You just got to get all of your spells off in a fight and then die, and then you're cool. So my first criticism, I would say, is who's your support in this game? Like, who's your 4? Who's your 5? Because Grimstroke is usually supposed to be the hero that gets farm, not Warlock. Usually, because Warlock, he's just good with some levels. That's all he really needs. Like, he's good in like the ultra late game, but this guy is also good in the ultra late game. Like, he's super game changing to have items. Like, you really want a Grimstroke to have items. But then again, Grimstroke's also played as a 5 lately as well, because he's also pretty good without items. But Warlock is usually like a hard 5. So your build looks really greedy to me. It looks like you don't have any wards or sentries or anything like that in your quick buy, and if you're playing support, half of your job should be warding. And I know it's boring and I know it's shit, and I personally don't like to do it in every single game because it's exhausting. Oh, wait a minute. Was it Warlock mid? No, you weren't Warlock mid, were you? Wait a minute. Alright, let me go look at the lanes. I have to look at the lanes now. Okay, it's Enigma mid. And then, yeah, you're a 5 Warlock. No, that's not a Warlock mid. Nice try, though. Nice try. You almost debated me. Okay, I'm gonna assume that you're playing 4. Candy Flip, are you in chat? Do you want to learn to play 4 or do you want to learn to play 5? Because I would say that if you're trying to play 4, you just shouldn't pick Warlock. Warlock is just not a great 4. He's not good at roaming. He's not good at starting fights. He's not the greatest with items in the early game. Like, he scales really well in the late game, but it's like a really greedy 4. It's not like a pace setting 4. You usually want your 4s to set the pace of the game. And I think Warlock is going to be a very game-losing hero to consistently pick as 4. That's always the first thing I look at. If you look at, like, let me look at somebody's. So I'll just go to somebody who's like good. Ike's Mike. Look what he's picking. Treant, Shadow Demon, Bane. I don't know why he's picking Bristle. Warlock. Like, he picks Warlock. Like, he picks all the same heroes, right? Like, he's got an idea of what heroes are good, and he picks them. I'll go to somebody who's, like, a little bit more consistent. Husky, who's rank 161, 5-roll. Disruptor. Dark Willow, which I know he's a Dark Willow player. Grimstroke, Chen. Dark Willow again. Disruptor, Shadow Demon, Disruptor, Dark Willow. Disruptor, 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 Dark Willow, Silencer, Oracle. Like, he's picking mostly the same heroes. So all I'm saying is that picks matter a lot when it comes to gaining MMR. And people are like, oh, I'm so skilled, I can play whatever. Dota doesn't work like that. Like, there are certain heroes that just fit perfectly at like a certain role, and you definitely. Do I think Midas is okay for Warlock position 5? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Where you should be getting your gold from as a position 5 is by buying out all the sentries and dewarding your entire area of the map. Like, the way that a Dota game should be played. Here, let me go to the 30-minute mark. So, the way that a Dota game should be played is you basically hold an area and you gather all the resources from that area. So you take the bounties, you take the farm in an area, and you position in a way and ward in a way that if the enemy team enters into your area, you'll kill them. So generally when you're winning, you want to like farm 2 lanes and hold an area. So this is okay. This is all right. Generally you want to hold your own jungle if you have better late game, something like that. Like if you have some Naga or Alchemist, some like ultra late game hero, but you know, you're holding your lane with like a jug. Like, this isn't the greatest, but in any case, holding this area, which you guys are kind of doing by like standing on high grounds, this is a lot better than just all be farming separately. Like, this is a lot better. So what I'm saying is when you play the game and you move out of an area, which will happen because, like, let's say you take all these towers up here, then you've no reason to be up here. Maybe what you want to do is go bot so you can get these towers. So you want to smoke together, or you just move together, or one person TPs and sets up, and then everybody else moves there together, and then you deward the entire area. So if you're stronger, you can do this thing where you're like essentially moving around the map based on getting objectives, and you want to deward the area that you leave, and then place a ward that's not going to get dewarded. Like, you want to make sure that you're not, you know, in vision. You can deward the area when you leave, so like when if they drop a ward, like you'll see that they dropped a ward and you can go back into it. Anyway, like you leave a ward in the area that you've left, enemy team occupies that area, and then you can gank to it. But it's also really important as a support to, if you're entering into your own jungle and the enemy team was just occupying it, you need to deward the fuck out of it. Because if you're the one playing around vision, you're going to lose. You're going to lose Dota 100% of the time. They're going to smoke to you, they're going to charge you, they're going to get a Legion Commander duel on somebody that's like important, like a Grimstroke or a Warlock. And if you're not buying out sentries, nobody's doing that, you're going to play in vision and you're going to fucking lose. Period. So it's and also dewarding gives you tons of gold. So that going kind of back to what I was originally saying, if you're dewarding, you don't need a Midas because you get so much gold from dewarding. Sentries are what, like 50 gold now? 75 gold. And you deward, you get like 200. So what you guys are doing here is you're kind of smoking into another area of the map. Unfortunately, what you'd like to be doing in this case, like if you played the game correctly in the mid game, what you'd be doing right now is you'd be smoking into a ward that you already placed before you moved out of that area. So you have a ward up here. Like, I'm assuming at some point you guys were holding this area because you took this tower. And you also took the mid tower. So chances are you had an opportunity to ward here, and this smoke would be into a ward instead of just blindly. And this is kind of a blind smoke, so I don't know how well this goes, but it's just kind of rolling the dice. You're just rolling the dice right now, and in Dota, anytime you're doing that, it's pretty questionable. So what you would do here, let's see, does this guy have wards? Okay, you guys don't have wards. This is ultra dangerous. Like, what you should do here while you're pushing this tower is you guys should ward this right here, and then one person goes over here and cuts the mid wave and brings it up here, and then somebody comes over here, cuts this wave. You farm this entire area, and then you farm this entire area with somebody else that can get over there quickly. And if you're farming this lane, this area, and this area, then they're only farming one lane, and then probably one jungle. And you're just winning Dota by doing that. Because they can't farm this. Realistically, they're not going to be farming on your shrine. Maybe like one guy is, but it's super dangerous. So they'll just be farming here. So if you stay here and hold this area with a ward, which you guys don't have wards, which is very bad, and you also want sentries to make sure you're not standing on vision, if you just hold this area, you'll just win. So it looks like you guys are like pressuring. You put an Aegis or anything? No, you're just kind of pressuring. Also, bounty runes are spawning, so that's an objective. Yeah, this is such a random fight. And yet the enemy team kind of gets fucked anyway because you have ridiculous team fight ultimates, and they also initiated on you out here for literally no reason. This guy, oh my god, look at this items. Yeah, you would really like doing this with wards. What you're doing here. Which is, like, already questionable. Because there's bounty runes up. Like, nobody's getting bounties. If you get all of these bounties, it equates to more gold in this tower. You could kill all 5 of the enemy team, and it's not going to be as much gold as these bounties. Like, the reason you're securing this area is to keep the enemy team stuck in their base. And if you do that, you just get all the bounties every single time they spawn. And then instead of pushing when you have a 6k gold lead, you push when you have a 12k gold lead. And it's fucking 10 times easier. You don't need to be greedy and push high ground like this in Dota. You guys super through with this. Like, ultra overstayed your welcome. And once again, it's just pushing when you don't have to. All you need to do is hold this area and do what I said. You cut this, you farm all of this out. And guess what? If they walk up into the high ground, that's a different story. That's not just you initiating on them or having this weird shit happen outside their base. If they walk into the high ground, you blow them up instantly and you have ward vision and sentry vision. So, yeah, you guys just kind of throw. And I imagine you probably just don't get the momentum back. Like, they just got momentum from that. They BKB on Huskar. They have a pretty good combo with the Oracle Huskar. This guy's got an Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, you guys definitely threw this. I would just say, look at how, like, EG or something holds high grounds. You cut this wave, you cut this wave, place a ward here, one of your tanky guys stands here, your other cores farm everything out. Maybe even somebody can be up here farming this as long as they're not showing, especially if it's a hero that can get to you quickly. That's what you want to do. And secure every single bounty rune that you can based off of your holding a position like this. It's very sketchy to, like, push on a bounty rune timing, because if the enemy team was good, they'd just be running and getting these bounties, but they aren't. Like, but they kill you, and then they TP, and they get all the bounties, and then they'd have a gold lead right now. Anyway, I think that's a good amount. If you just do that in every game, what I said, you'll realize that the enemy team will just walk into you and die a lot of the time. And Dota's really easy when you hold high grounds. You just blow people up who walk up the high ground, you know? EG taught us that. Okay, let's look at this. Low eval. Every week, low eval. Every week. You torture me with your replays. I'm just kidding. Alright, once again, this might disconnect me. Why is high ground better?